Okay, the question was asked, there's several rule changes this year in college football, and the real top ones, number one is the cut blocking rule. I can't even begin to explain it to you because the referees, I think it confuses them. They can't even explain it. So the bottom line is they've made cut blocking more restricted than it has been in the past. As a wide receiver, you can only cut somebody who's either right in front of you or to the outside. Nobody can come from the outside in and cut anybody, and that applies to guys that are in motion. Now, we could spend all evening on the cut block rule, so just know that they've modified the cut block rule so it is less frequent now. The other two big rules are if a helmet comes off, if a player's helmet comes off, he has to leave the game for one play. And if the game is in the last minute of play of the either half, then they're going to subtract 10 seconds as well as remove the player from the game. And so that's a big rule. I guess the helmets have been coming off much more prevalent in the last few years, and so they're trying to encourage the players to buckle them up tighter and make sure they don't come off. It's a safety issue, and so that's one of the major changes. The biggest change is probably the kickoff. You guys that really know or really pay attention notice that we moved the ball to the 35 this year to kick off, where it used to be the 30-yard line. And now the rule also is if you kick the ball into the end zone and they either don't return it or it goes out of the end zone because they don't even try to catch it, you used to get the ball at the 20, but now you get the ball at the 25. And so we have a kickoff team that has been the best in the conference, and it's been in the top 5 in the nation for 5 years straight as far as our guys running down and pinning the opponent deep in their own territory. So since you started at the 35, we've chosen to hang the ball up in the air. We got a kicker, Nick Marsh, who can put the ball up in the air about 4.4 seconds, which is about 0.3 of a second more than just about anybody else in the country. And so we have a chance. If you went to the game Thursday, you saw us pinning those Northern Colorado players inside the 20 and inside the 15-yard line over and over and over, because we think to kick it out of the end zone, Nick could easily kick it out of the end zone, but then again, they get it at the 25-yard line, and we think we can do better than that just about every single time. So our strategy is to put the ball up high, let our guys run up underneath it, and pin our opponents inside the 15 ideally. And so that is probably the biggest change. The NC2A, they made the change because they wanted the kickoff is actually, I guess when you do injuries, it is the most frequent injuries occur in the kickoff teams. But really, if they wanted teams to kick it out of the end zone, they should have put the ball at the 20, because teams would be much more willing to kick the ball out of the end zone rather than give them the ball at the 25. So I think they got it backwards as far. Their intent was admirable, but I think they got the rule backwards. I think you'll see it adjusted next year, where they're going to say, okay, we're still going to kick off from the 35, but the ball will come out to the 20. But for this year, that's how it stands, and that's a good question. That's really the major rule changes. There's some other little ones this year, but nothing that really impacts anything substantial.